Here in New England, this pumpkin is known as a sugar pumpkin. You may also know it as a pie pumpkin. It's a nice, sweet, little pumpkin. So that's what we're going to use today.
Hey friends, my name's Rick, and welcome to my Cape Cod life. Tonight, I am participating in Pumpkin Palooza 2022. My friend Andrea over at Digging for Health this is her brainchild. And this is so fun. There are so many great recipes already. I'm a little behind, let me explain. I bought some pumpkins this weekend in Maine while I was there. And last night I was supposed to be making and filming this, and I peeled the pumpkin, and I hate peeling pumpkins. This is the only recipe you're gonna ever see me doing where I actually peel one. So I peeled it, and then I decided to cut it in half and found out it was rotten inside. So I had to go get some new pumpkin. And anyways, I've been prepping. I got a couple of things to do. So let's go and make this curry.
We're going to need pumpkin that's 5 cups. It's peeled and cubed, obviously deseeded and cleaned out. We're gonna need some chicken broth, some fish sauce. It's about 4 cups of kale. That's like a big handful of beans that I got from the garden. We got dragon tongue, and I think that is Kentucky Wonder. Coconut milk, ginger, lime. This is a fermented hot pepper mash that was left over from my hot sauce. Normally I'd use like a couple of red chilies. What else we have here? We have some garlic, we have 2 shallots. This lemongrass came from my garden. It's smaller than what you would get in the supermarket, so maybe 2 stalks of that. That'd be like a half a bunch of cilantro that came from the garden too. We're actually going to use the roots. We'll talk about that in a second. And then some pork. So we need to make the chili paste. Now I'm going to start with the cilantro. So I told you I'm going to use those roots, and I'm indeed going to do this. We're going to put this in the food process. Traditionally it'd go to a mortar and pestle. Now you can, in this dish, you can use the stems, and I'm going to save the tops as a garnish. Alright, that's great. Put that to the side. Alright, I peeled 2 shallots. These are European shallots. They're kind of longer. Ideally, you would have little round Asian shallots, but I'm using what's on hand or what I'm able to get. I could have stopped Boston on my way home from Maine, but there was so much traffic. I was not going to the city. Going through it was bad enough. So I'm putting this into the food processor bowl as well. Alright, I'm gonna smash and peel this garlic. Really boring stuff here, so let's skip that. Voila, it's done. This is 1 inch of ginger. It was peeled and chopped. It's going into the bowl. In the future, I'll be posting a video about me making hot sauce. From that video, this is the leftover pulp. Well, normally I'd be using a couple of red chilies, but since I have this and it's fermented, a little extra goodness for us, I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of this. And a little bit more because I'm crazy. I'm going to put some lime zest in the curry paste as well. So I'm going to do that off camera. Alright, so I have that all in my processor bowl. This food processor is like from the 80s, but it's still running, so I'm still using it. I hope you have a much more modern one than I do. Alright, I'm gonna definitely do that off camera because, you know, those things are noisy. All right, that's what I have here. So that is the curry paste. Let's talk about lemongrass quickly. So what you want to do is just get this outer layer off, which I already peeled most of it off. And then with the back of your knife, just kind of want to bang it like that. And that's going to release the essential oils. We have to fry off the paste. So we're going to start with adding some oil to the wok. And I mentioned that in the ingredients here. You need about 2 tablespoons. You use whatever oil you prefer. I like peanut oil, which is fine for me. Any vegetable oil would work. You know, I would avoid olive oils. It's too flavorful. It's going to take a second for the wok to heat up. Right, same with the spoke. Bamboo chopsticks bubbling. That means it's ready to go. Let's get the chili paste in there. Make sure you have the windows open. We're just sauteing this off, actually stir frying. Alright, that's about where I want it. I'm going to add the pork. Alright, about where I want it. Oh, it smells so good. And I'm going to add the coconut milk. Now let's add the pumpkin. Now I'm going to add the kale. Mix that half in. Of course, we know this will cook right down. I wanna, while that's wilting a little, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Some people don't like fish sauce. I do. It does have a funk to it, but I don't know, with everything else, you don't really notice it. I suppose you could substitute, I don't know what, they actually make a vegan version. I think it's made with mushrooms, so I guess you could find that somewhere. Or maybe just a little soy sauce. Alright. That's getting in there. Put the rest of this kale in. And then adding the chicken stock. Just one more thing, some Sriracha. Let's make it a little more red. It's a tablespoon or so. Pretty color in there. Onto this simmer. I do have the beans from the garden as well, but I'm gonna hold off on putting those in for a little bit. I want these things are gonna take a little bit longer to cook to get going, and we'll put the beans in maybe the last 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. So I brought the temperature down. I'm gonna let it simmer, and I'm gonna put a lid on it. And we want that pumpkin tender, and we want that pork to cook. So we'll see in a little bit. Don't forget the lemongrass. Get that in there. Well, that's been simmering about 40-45 minutes. Everything looks ready to serve. I threw in the beans about 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. Before we serve it up, we have to add some lime juice. Let's do that now. I'm gonna serve this over some hot rice. Let's get some of that pumpkin. Oh, it's really hot. Alrighty, so I've garnished it with some cilantro, and I happen to have some calendula, so I put some petals of that. I'm gonna serve this with these fried red onions. They're really fried shallots. You find these in Asian markets. It'll give it a little bit of crunch and a different kind of texture as well. So let's put some of those on. All right, there we are. Now it's time to taste. All right, we're going in. A little rice, a little pumpkin. Oh, it smells good. Yum. Got a limpy bean here. I'm gonna try that. That is really good. I'm really liking this. There you go, friends. That is my pork and pumpkin red curry. I hope you consider giving it a try. The recipe will be in the description. Shout out to Andrea at Digging for Health. This has been a fun collaboration. And I'm gonna finish my curry right now. So, good night, and as always, my Cape Cod life.